Okay, hi everybody. I know it's not Friday. Well, Saturday is usually the day I do some videos. But this is going to be the first of many anime series reviews. Now, I have a backlog of anime series reviews. I have 4 for the spring. Well, 5 for the spring, counting Fernan. And 5 for the summer, counting Moonlit Fantasy. However, they're not done. None of them are. It looks like they're not going to all be done until next week. Now, there's a few stragglers here and there that are going to be finished towards the end of the week, but those I'm not reviewing. This is one of the many that I'm reviewing. Now, along with this, I'm going to review Windbreaker, this other isekai that I've been eyeing because it's been so ridiculous, and 2 others. I forgot what they were called. I'm trying to remember. Oh, called Mysterious Disappearances and this other show. I will get back to when I forgot the name. But this one first. Now, this one's a little weird. Studio apartment, good lighting, angel included. Now, this is very generic. Now, going by now, them, people who go on there and do reviews, it's got a 7.09. Now, I'm going to be generous about it. This gets an 8, in my opinion. Call me crazy, but I found that this show was I found it funny. The number one thing about this show that I find very breath of fresh air, it's funny, okay? And it's not your another isekai fantasy trick, you know? But it's a good... It's kind of an anime that I feel like there's not really... It just makes you like... It's... You know? It's a nice, wholesome anime to watch. 12 episodes. It's going to be... okay. Like, listen, I give it an 8 out of 10 because I just think the concept is kind of interesting. Not that we haven't seen this done a million times before. Now, the only reason I say this is the first time that I've seen an anime done something like this before. Which is basically hodgepodge several different supernatural kind of beings at the same time. Synopsis more or less goes like this. So, Shintaro Takumutsu leads an ordinary high school life and is living in a studio apartment by himself. Just for himself. This changes drastically when one morning after he finds something strange on his balcony. An angel from heaven. The innocent and kind girl named TOWA was sent to Earth by God to learn more about humans and their way of interacting. It does not take long for her to get attached to Shintaro, who eventually allows her to live with him. However, the small apartment provides little personal space and privacy, and hiding TOWA's true real identity from the public proves difficult. As he learns to navigate his new life with TOWA, Shintaro's entrance with other girls may only complicate the circumstances. If that synopsis didn't tickle you pink, there's more. She's not the only person who's supernatural. I don't want to spoil too much, but I can at least give you a little taste. There's other characters who happen to be of the supernatural variety. One is a monster kind of person we've seen in anime and other medias for a very long time. Another one is okay, I'll say this much, snow woman. And another one is some creature in Japanese folklore. That's all I can say. Overall, I know that I'm probably in the minority here. I'm giving this an out of 10. Maybe 8.5 out of 10, but I would definitely say an 8 out of 10. I think it's wholesome. I think it's interesting. I do find it funny in certain aspects, especially when we get introduced to the character who is of a creature that we've seen in anime and other videos along for a while. I'll give you this much. It starts with the letter V, but her character is funny, it's interesting, and I get a joy out of it here and there. But like I said, a lot of people aren't going to like this show because it's the same kind of trope. We've seen this story before. Some person, usually a female, of some variety of supernatural being, shows up in some dude's apartment, starts to take care of him. I, however, am going to ignore the bickering people who say this show is bad, it's bullcrap, and say this is actually a decent show. Not great, decent to good. Because obviously it's funny to see how he interacts with these people, I'm just saying they're girls, throughout the spectrum, and it's just funny down the road. And there's not anything at stake, there's not anything to say towards the end, but it's just like the overall experience between the relationship between Shintaro and Towa. Not to mention that Towa, she's a pretty innocent girl. She calls him Sama at the end of his name each time she talks to him. So you can get the whole aspect of where this is going. But like I said, 8 out of 10. This is probably going to be... I don't think this is going to be the lowest of the shows. The lowest mark of the shows. Let me just look on that chart. I just need to see, what others I said I was going to review in the spring. Because... trying to think here. Right, I said I was going to do this. Okay. Yeah, it's basically, the other three are, just checking here. My apologies. What was the other one? Completely forgot. Okay, that's what it was. Mystery Disappearances, the Windbreaker show, and there's going to be one other show, which is an isekai. I think this is probably... It's not the lowest of the low. I don't think so. I think it might be, but still, it's decent. It's not horrible. Not a horrible series. I mean, it does have a used trope, but it works for it in a certain aspect. And I think it was well written. I think it was well cast and done. It's one of those shows where it's a nice, fun, romantic comedy where that, and it's kind of funny too, because this is the one last thing I want to mention about this series. Two characters kind of, they almost say, yeah, I love Shintaro, but it's not shown. There's one character who does love him, but I'm not going to say who it is. But you can clearly see that they're building it to something. Hopefully, I do really personally feel like this could get another season. And it could expand on that as they go along. Maybe. Who knows? But overall, I found this to be interesting to an extent. It was different than what we've been given. And yeah, that's what we got for you guys. But if you guys do check it out, it's very cute. It's very innocent. I think it's funny at some times. It's not going to do anything groundbreaking, but I do feel like I've seen enough of these animes with angels to know this one has been the most wholesome. Because So far, I've seen one where it's more comedy and slapstick, one that's more kind of sadistic, and now we have this one, which is wholesome. So that's why I probably would say, yeah, you get a chance, check it out. As it goes along, it gets kind of funny and cute and innocent, and it's kind of funny to see how these people interact. But like I said, character with the letter V, if you know what that is, she's golden. She's golden. This is Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. I might do a video before the end of the week. Possibly maybe on Friday. If I'm not freaking tired from work. On what I can expect, you guys can expect from me for the summer. It's not going to be a lot. That isn't. It's going to be very little, to be perfectly honest, because I see one show, yeah, but the rest, not sure. I'll see you guys later.